Now at 6, energy saving tips that could help with your utility bills. Plus, authorities investigate a shooting in Galena, Kansas, and a U.S. Senator visits Southeast Kansas to tour local farms.
The 4 states' most watched news starts now.
The heat is at or near a record high, and we could break more records before we get a cool down. This is KOAM News at 6. I'm Dow Quick. Doug Heddy joins us with a first look at the weather.
Yeah, these are actually above average highs for July, so we're in the second half of September. But look at our heat creeping up. 93 Saturday. Set a record high yesterday, 97, right at a record high for us today, and we should get near, if not break, record highs once again Tuesday, and then also on Wednesday. It's after 6 o'clock. Look at our temps: 95 Nevada, 91 Neosho, Miami 93. We're still 99 in Chanute. So this has been a pretty big heat wave, especially for this time of the year. Clear skies, no chances for rain as we go through the evening hours. We'll slide back through the 90s, 80s, eventually down to about 72 later on tonight. Now, we do have some changes. First off, we got to deal with the heat and the record highs, but at least a brief relief by Thursday. We'll look at that here in a bit.
See you then. 4-staters might have increased utility bills since last year. KOAM's Yana Hautala gets advice on how to save energy and money.
According to a study by the National Energy Assistance Directors Associations, utility bills have gone up 15% since last year.
If you have a fan on, maybe you're not using as much electricity through your HVAC system, but you are using electricity through the fan.
People love fans. Matt Daniel with Community Action Partnership says people should decide if to run their air conditioner or their fan, but not both at once. Also, make sure your home is weatherproof.
If you have some holes or broken glass or broken windows, best thing is to do is to fix those, seal those holes up, and try to keep the outside air out and the inside air in.
Daniel says pay attention to the water heater and the pipes.
We insulate the water heater with a water heater jacket to try to keep the water heater from working so hard and coming on so often. We wrap the water lines.
A woman I spoke to says updating old appliances saved her money in the long run.
Our electric bill was actually $254 this month, which isn't too bad because in the past, before we replaced our appliances, this time of year it would run $400 or $500.
She says she keeps her lamps and TV on power strips so energy doesn't flow through when the appliances are not in use. Stever says outlet gaskets helped her too.
And you just take your face plates off and then you put those little foam gaskets in there, and the external walls, and it'll keep that air from coming in through the outlets and switches.
In Joplin, Yana Hautala, KOAM News.
You can find more energy-saving tips on our website, KOAMnewsnow.com. Area authorities are looking for an inmate who escaped while getting medical treatment. That escapee is this man, 41-year-old Michael Ray Durison. Newton County, Missouri authorities were holding him on a fugitive warrant out of Louisiana. He had not previously been suspected of violence, but law officers say as Durison was getting treatment at Freeman Neosho, he assaulted a law officer and escaped. Durison is described as 6 feet tall, 160 pounds, with black hair and hazel eyes. He was last seen wearing a white t-shirt and orange scrub pants. Authorities are investigating a weekend shooting in the Foxfire edition of Galena, Kansas. Investigators say a resident of a duplex fired a gun in her apartment. They say that bullet went through a wall, then struck a resident of the adjoining apartment in the head. That victim suffered minor injuries. Officers also discovered drugs and drug paraphernalia in the apartment where that gun was fired. They arrested a male and female suspect. Charges submitted include criminal possession of a firearm by a convicted felon, and also possession of marijuana and meth. Some drivers in Jasper County can expect traffic delays and detours starting today. Crews began resurfacing 3 bridges at the Missouri Route 249 and Missouri Route 171 interchange near Webb City. The northbound Route 249 to Route 171 bridge will be closed for up to 5 consecutive weekends. Drivers will need to take the detour of northbound Route 249 to Jasper County Route HH to northbound Route 171. U.S. Senator Jerry Moran of Kansas today was in the southeast part of the Sunflower State. He toured farms in Columbus and in Scammon. Moran is currently reworking the Farm Bill.
The senator is very good and represents us in rural America very, very well. So the thing that we want to do is we want to try to reach out to those that are not educated about agriculture.
Senator Moran toured 5E farms in Columbus and the Atkinson family farm in Scammon. Coming up, how a bus driver shortage is affecting Joplin students getting home later than usual. Plus, divers in Roaring River present new findings about the size of the cave system. Personal finance website Wallet Hub today released its report on 2022's best and worst states for teachers. Among the 50 states in the District of Columbia, Kansas is ranked right in the middle at 25th, with one being the best. Oklahoma is 34th, Arkansas 35th, Missouri ranked near the bottom, 46th. The company released the ranking to help educators find the best opportunities and teaching environments in the U.S. But some Oklahoma educators could see another potential pay raise in their future. The state superintendent of public instruction, Joy Hoffmeister, submitted a request to give teachers a pay raise of $5,000. Oklahoma teachers last received a pay raise in 2018 of $6,100 and an additional salary increase averaging $1,220 in 2019. The budget request will be presented on Thursday. Joplin students are arriving home later than usual from the school buses due to a bus driver shortage. Bus drivers are running multiple routes. Last year, the buses ran 54 routes. This year, they're running 45. Currently, 6 people are training to get their CDL so they can start driving buses.
I drive every day, which takes me out of the office. I drive a route every single morning and every single afternoon, just trying to help get the students home safely and as efficiently as possible, because I feel that it is my duty as director to be out in the trenches with the drivers to help get that mission accomplished.
If you're interested in applying as a bus driver for Joplin schools, you can visit our website, KOAMnewsnow.com. Joplin's Mercy Park is now the new official home of a statue that was salvaged after the tornado. The statue, Compassion, stood on the grounds at the former St. John's Hospital. Before the tornado, the statue was hidden after Irving Elementary School was built. The statue was rededicated today after Crossland Construction helped move that statue to its more visible location.
And it's kind of been tucked away in the side of the hill. A lot of people didn't really know it, and so now for our community and our staff and everybody that knows a little bit of the history of Joplin to see this back in prominence and to know the history, I think will be just solidified how far we've come as a community and as an organization.
That statue was created in 1996 and paid for through fundraisers. The cave system in Roaring River in Cassville, Missouri is bigger than we expected. Divers from the company Kiss Rebreathers held a presentation explaining the findings in Roaring River. Since the 1990s, divers could not reach the bottom of Roaring River due to a blockage at the bottom of the cave. The recent Drive exposition was able to squeeze through that blockage and discovered a cave big enough to fit the Washington Monument inside.
And it continues down to an unexplored depth. Mike Young with Kiss Rebreathers, our lead diver, has explored down to 472 feet. That's the deepest continuous underwater cave in the U.S.
Kiss Rebreathers divers are planning more dives at Roaring River in the future. A little bit later, we're going to take a look at the performance of the week after Friday night football action.
Plus, it looks like a record heat sticks around for a bit. We're going to look at that coming up. Well, of course, it started to heat up over the weekends. The 90s returned, and then we set a record high yesterday, and then again today, right at record highs across the region. Clear skies, nice shot, Lander Chevrolet. Of course, this is our tower cam on the southeast side of the city where we have clear skies for us right now. Traffic moving pretty good on I-44, but everybody wants to know, when is it going to cool down? This is way too hot for the second half of September, so let's jump ahead. Let's go to Wednesday evening. Here's 5 p.m. Now the heat is still in place, but look at this cold front. Starts sliding through Wednesday evening into Wednesday night, so we start to cool down. So here's Thursday morning. We're going to have a lot of clouds on Thursday. You can see a few random light showers, especially along and north of I-44. And look at our temperatures. We're mainly into the 70s for highs by the time we head into Thursday afternoon. Sadly, it doesn't last long. Southerly winds return by Friday, and we go right back up near 90 degrees. But we do have that cool down, at least in the future. Not outside right now. 95, Nevada 88, and Monette. Grand Lake sitting at 93, Pittsburgh 94, 97 in Parsons. Super hot, a little breezy. We've had the southwesterly winds kicking in 10 upwards to 15 miles per hour. Mostly clear skies. Currently sitting at 93, a southerly wind 10 to 15. Humidity is low at about 36%. All right, through the overnight hours, if you're outside this evening, we have daylight for about 2 more hours. Looks good. Midnight 79, 76 by 6. Overnight low right around 72 degrees. Early tomorrow morning, clear skies, just a few little cumulus clouds have popped up. The entire Central Plains, not a whole bunch going on due to that guy, that big dome of high pressure. Until it breaks down, we're not going to see a lot of changes. All right, let's step through time. Let's go through your forecast. We're going to stop at midnight. Upper 70s. It's going to be a warm, kind of muggy night. We only drop back low to mid 70s by morning. As we go through the morning hours, we heat up quickly, lower 90s by the noon hour. As we get into the afternoon, very similar to what we saw today, about 97 in Carthage, 98 in Welch, 100s right around Chanute and Parsons. Tomorrow night, we drop back, very similar again, low to mid 70s. Then as we go through Wednesday afternoon, we heat up again, close to 100 degrees, but here comes that cold front. So this is going to be Wednesday evening, and this is going to give us our chance for a few showers and at least cooler temperatures by the time we head into Thursday morning, which is going to be very welcome. Tomorrow morning, 75 at 7, 93 at noon, 96 at 5 p.m., and look at that high right at record high levels of 98 degrees during the afternoon. 98 on Wednesday. First day of fall officially on Thursday, and it's going to feel like fall. High temp is 77 with those morning showers. And then looks like back to 88 Friday, 90s on Saturday. So we kind of start that roller coaster ride as we go into the weekend.
Yeah, if you believe that graphic, Thursday will be the first and the last day of fall.
That's it. That's all. You just get one day.
That's it. Thanks, Doug. Still at Mcdonald County Softball hosting Nixa today, Danny.
Yeah, the Mustangs aiming for their 4th straight win today. And Performance of the Week goes to a team that made a statement against the top-ranked team in the state. More next. This week's Performance of the Week goes to the Seneca Indians. The Indians battled to a huge win on Friday and remain undefeated through the first 4 weeks of the season. Seneca took down the top-ranked Lamar Tigers at home last week, 36-33. The Indians were down 14-0 early, but they managed to turn things around, and with less than a minute left on the clock, Gavin Hoover found Ethan Altick for a 43-yard touchdown to win the game.
I don't think we ever flinched. Even when we fell down 14-0, I didn't see a lot of heads hanging or anything. We just kept doing what we do and found a way to get back into it. And that was kind of the first adversity we had came upon. And to see the way our kids stepped up and battled through that was pretty impressive.
It's a confidence booster, taking down the #1 team in the state. But we kind of look at it as like, it was just week 4. We got bigger things ahead, and we winning week 4 is not the biggest thing that we want to do this season.
Pitt State's Kaiser Newell is named MIAA Special Teams Athlete of the Week. Newell blocked a punt and returned it for a touchdown in the Gorillas' 49-14 win over Northeastern State on Saturday. Pitt State football climbed the national rankings again this week. The Gorillas are ranked 14th in the latest AFCA Division II coaches poll, and that's 2 spots higher than last week. They're now 3-0 to start the season with wins over Central Missouri, Nebraska Kearney, and most recently Northeastern State. This week, Pitt State travels to Emporia to take on the Hornets at 1 p.m. on Saturday. Chiefs cornerback Jalen Watson made the play of the game in the team's 27-24 win over the Chargers on Thursday. Watson picked off Justin Herbert at the goal line, and then he took it 99 yards to the end zone for the go-ahead touchdown. Watson's path to the NFL is just as impressive as his game-changing play on Thursday. Watson was academically ineligible to play at USC, so he returned home to work at Wendy's while he improved his grades. He eventually landed at Washington State and was drafted in the 7th round by the Chiefs. Watson was the next man up on Thursday after Trent McDuffie was ruled out, and he certainly made the most of his opportunity.
Just a very resilient person. Always been working for what I had. I was never given anything, and I think that gave me an edge on the football field as well. So I just try to carry that edge, show some hunger, show some anger on the football field, and let it out on the opponents. It's a surreal feeling. I'm just so grateful and blessed to be in this position. And I didn't even know what to do when I got in the end zone. That's why everyone see me just standing there. But it's a moment I'll never forget.
McDonald County softball is putting together another solid season this year. The Mustangs are 11-4 and currently on a 3-game winning streak. McDonald County hosts a big matchup today against Nixa. The Eagles are 10-4. The Mustangs grind out the win this afternoon 3-2, and we'll have highlights from this one tonight at 10.
Jalen Watson looked good filling in for Trent McDuffie, huh?
What an awesome play, just for a great story.
Let's hope it continues. We'll be right back. Take some time now to honor a local veteran. Donald Letterman served in the U.S. Army from 1952 to 1954. The Fredonia, Kansas native was stationed in Korea, and we are proud to salute Donald Letterman, a four-state hero. Of course, you can learn about lots of other heroes from all across this area. You can also submit a hero of your own anytime, and we encourage you to do that. We're always looking for more to honor. You just go to our website, click on the link. The website, of course, KOAMnewsnow.com. Here's a look at what's coming up on KOAM News at 9 on Fox 14. We're going to hear more from the divers exploring the cave system at Roaring River State Park. Plus, the UK and world leaders gather to say a final farewell to the late Queen Elizabeth. And officials in Puerto Rico work to get the power back on after it was knocked out by Hurricane Fiona. Hope you join us for those stories and a lot more tonight on KOAM News at 9 on Fox 14. Getting a tattoo could be as simple as putting on a Band-Aid in the future. Scientists at the Georgia Institute of Technology say they've developed a self-applied tattoo patch. Instead of using large needles, the patch uses micro needles made of tattoo ink. Researchers tout the technique as low cost, painless, say there's no bleeding. But if you change your mind, well, you are still stuck. That ink is likely to be permanent. No cost or lower cost, no pain, and probably fewer errors because you can look at it, proofread to make sure it's exactly what you want before you put it on.
Yeah, I see a lot of people making some dumb decisions on
right,
that one.
It's not exactly as they envision it.
Nah.
The weather, hot.
Yeah, super hot, near record highs once again tomorrow and Wednesday, but look at this, 70s on Thursday.
Final sports note.
Gideon Kimutai won the Missouri Southern Stampede this past weekend, and he's been named the cross-country National Athlete of the Week.
Wow, nice. Congratulations to him. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you right back here for KOAM News at 10. Let's make it a great evening.